there. This is a record update. Got a bunch of records. Went to a record fair yesterday. Had a lot of fun. Spent not as much money as I normally do, but still I managed to pick up quite a lot of records, which are really cool. First three records are not from the fair, so I'm just going to show it. This is the first one. I received this in the mail. This is the Best of Gloucester County by Danielson, formerly known as the Danielson family, and led by a guy called Daniel Smith. I don't really know how to describe it. It's sort of folky kind of indie pop thing, reminiscent musically a little to Sufjan Stevens, but vocally it's definitely not Sufjan Stevens. They are connected though. Sufjan plays on this record, he does banjo and he does vocals as well. But they're an odd group, Christian family and their friends doing Christian music, but just so odd and so different. Early records of theirs got compared to Captain Beefheart and Sun Ra. Not really, I don't understand this, but they got mentioned in the same vein. But an awesome band. This is not their best, but I'm really happy that I have a new record on vinyl. It's the first piece of vinyl that I have by them. Then we got Radiohead, King of Limbs. I haven't listened to this, actually, not at all. The things I've heard, not really that good. I mean, from other people, what I've heard. I've not heard the music except Lotus Flower, which I love. But the talk about this record is not that positive. But still, I am very happy with this. You know, it looks cool. We'll see. This I bought after the record fair. I had to pick this up. I ordered it at a shop where a friend works. Along the way from the record fair to that particular store, you go over a market, and there's a guy selling books and records, and I bought this. This is something I'm so happy about. It's Song of the Marching Children by Earth and Fire. Not Earth, Wind and Fire, but Earth and Fire. They're a Dutch band who started out with this album, which is a 100% prog rock album. Very dreamy, very floaty, very atmospheric. It later became a pop group. I mean, the image inside, let's look at that. The songs are really, really good. And maybe this is my favorite Dutch prog album. If you don't know Earth and Fire, I definitely urge you to check out their stuff on YouTube. You know, check out Carnival of the Animals, or the Song of the Marching Children. That particular song is great as well. It's a song in 7 parts. Really, really good. Then the record store finds, starting off with the Young Gods. It's my second Young Gods album, and it's actually the one that introduced me to them way back in the day when I heard this album. This is TV Sky from 1992, and it is a bomb. It is amazing. It's a little heavier than Le Rouge, but it's atmospheric as well. It's industrial as well. It's more melodic. It's just a great album. It's got the song Skin Flowers on it, which is my favorite song by them that I've heard. And Gasoline Man, Our House, TV Sky, the whole side A is a bomb. And then the second side, you know, has only 2 songs on it, of which one is 20 minutes long. Amazing band. Fred showed it in his alternative rock video with a good reason. I showed their previous album in my industrial collection. It's a really, really good band, and if you haven't checked them out, do check them out. They're really good. Then I found a bunch of albums Guided by Voices. This is Isolation Drills. This is still, I think, on a major label, TVT, from 2001. I mean, a great band. I just love Guided by Voices. This is the period in 2000s when they actually sounded crisp and clear and not as lo-fi as their previous work, but their songs are just so catchy and amazing and just beautiful. Great band. Then Earthquake Blue, which is on Matador. This is from 2003. Another really good album by these guys. Great artwork. The sleeve it's got some good artwork on it as well. Robert Pollard is an amazing songwriter. Even the solo stuff he does is pretty good. He's eclectic. He does a lot of stuff, but Guided by Voices is actually the band to really go for if you want to check out his stuff. And the last album they did is this Half Smiles of the Decomposed, again on Matador. It's a gatefold. This is the one I haven't listened to really. You know, the stuff I heard from it is Guided by Voices. Can't go wrong with that. This I already had on CD, but I just had to pick it up because there's like 5 bonus tracks which aren't on CD. Those are B-sides of singles and outtakes, so I'm really happy with that. Psychic Hearts, Thurston Moore, his first solo album from what year is it originally from? I think 1994? Could be, I don't know. This is a reissue from 2006, and it's really, really good. If you love Sonic Youth, you'll love this. He doesn't stray too far from the Sonic Youth sounds on this. Steve Shelley, the drummer of Sonic Youth, is on this as well. It's a great album. Not a well-known band, but definitely worth checking out. Truman's Water. This is Milk Train to Pay Dirt. It's on the Amazing Homestead label from 1995. Noise rock kind of stuff. I don't know. They're pretty weird. Have a certain jazz vibe to them, but not really that jazzy. It's more noisy, but it's really, really good. If you don't know them, again, check them out. This was only $8. That's because there was a little damage inside of the sleeve, so I'm just going to show that later on. This is Julian Cope, Peggy's Suicide. I love Julian Cope, and I didn't have this one, and after Fred showed it in one of his obscure classics, and another YouTuber showed it as well that he bought it, I just couldn't leave it for $8. So little damage is here, which it's stuck together probably, I don't know. But otherwise, it's in immaculate shape. Peggy's Suicide. Then this is Shellac, Terraform. Shellac, Steve Albini's band. Amazing band. Very, I don't know how to describe them. Repetitive in their beats and in their sound. Songs are pretty long. Love the fact that there's absolutely no information on the sleeve. As you can see, there's just pictures. The inner sleeve has some information, but it's like very small lettering, so it's hardly any information on it. But it's awesome. Shellac are an awesome band, and they're a band that basically, whenever they feel like it, they'll record something. So I hope they start feeling like it again, because it's time for another Shellac album. This is another album I'm so happy about. This is the C86 compilation LP from 1986. Originally released as a mail order only cassette through the magazine Enemy, but also released through Rough Trade on this LP. C86 sound is sort of, it's Britpop, but it's more jangly, and it's got a punk attitude as well, and you hear that the people playing it have so much fun, and when you hear it, it just transforms over to you. You feel like, you know, having fun. It's fun music. Songs might not always be like fun topics, but overall, you get a fun feeling over it. 22 bands on here. Primal Screams on it, Mighty Lemon Drops, Sue Dragons, the Pastels are on it, Half Man Half Biscuit, Close Lobsters. We've got a Fuzzbox and we're going to use it. McCarthy, The Wedding Present. Awesome compilation, and definitely a genre. If you love indie pop, if you love Britpop, it's a genre you should check out, because it's got a lot of good stuff in there. The rest of the albums are mostly, you know, stuff from the 60s, 70s. This is Psychedelic Sounds in Japan by the Mops. It's a reissue, I believe, on Perfect Sound. Titles are all in Japanese signs, so I can't tell too much about them, but this is just a lot of fun. It's not really like psychedelic. It's got psychedelic elements, but it's a lot of fun. It's just good music from Japan. I love it. I've heard of these guys through a series of compilations. Love, Peace and Poetry, I believe, is a series of compilations that focuses on psychedelic music, world music. They focused on Asian music as well, and Japanese psych. And they had some of this on it. It's good stuff. This is Amondu, Father's Day. I didn't have this one yet, and it's good. I love Amondu. Amazing band, great crowd rock. This is from 1969, if I believe, if I'm correct. It's a reissue. It's on Liberty. It's got a picture insert and some information on the back. Really, you know, I'm getting more and more into crowd rock, but there's so much. If you go to a record fair like I did, there's so much crowd rock out there. And then seeing some stuff in videos from Derek and Fred and Jeff shows some stuff. Mr. Fartboy is getting into crowd rock as well. He shows stuff. It's really difficult if you're at a fair and you see a lot of things that you haven't seen in those videos. Isn't worth it. Reissues, I'm probably going to go for them, because the original copies are 50-60 euros each. It's a little steep for me, but great band. This is another Amondu album, but this is not Amondu 2. This is the original Amondu, I believe. Psychedelic Underground. And yes, it sounds more psychedelic. This is 1968. Really awesome music, and I love the cover art. It's just really, really beautiful. Original was on Metronome. This is a reissue. You know, good stuff. Good stuff. The next one I haven't seen anywhere in any video. I don't know if any of you guys have this. If not, get it. Get it. Trust me. It's the Inner Space with Agilok and Bluebo. It's this is the full-on picture. It's a soundtrack from 1968, I believe. It's for a political satire movie. But the cool thing is, the inner space consists of a couple of people who you might know. Ermin Schmidt, Holger Sakai, Jackie Liebeszeit, Rossi Rossi. Yep. This is a band that would transform their name a year after this release into a band name called Can. This is Can. The inner space is Can, and it sounds like Can, and it's amazing. It's very psychedelic, it's very proto-crowd. A must-have if you love Can. Check it out, it's really, really good. And the last two. This one is a little warped. Didn't notice it when I bought it because it was sealed. But when I played it, it's a little warped. It does play, so I'm happy with that. But otherwise, I probably would have bought the opened copy because there was an open copy as well. Anyway, it's Power of Zeus, Gospel According to Zeus. Great band on the Rare Earth label, psychedelic. Really, really awesome band. When I saw this artwork a couple of years back, I always wanted it. And seeing a reissue, I just automatically bought it. Sadly, like I said, it's a warped record, but it's not that terribly warped. But it's really, really good. If you haven't got it yet, get it. And now the most expensive record I bought is playing in the background. It's Ami Marie, Verrückt nach Glück, Crazy for Luck, I believe, is the translation of the title. It's minimalistic, German, synth pop, new wave, awesome, just awesome band. The album goes on eBay for about 80 bucks, I paid 35 for it, which is a very good price. The album is in mint condition. It's a little damaged sleeve there. There's a little sticker probably that was there. It wasn't on there. There was no sticker on it when I bought it. But this is just amazing music. One guy created the whole album. He does every instrumentation. He does vocals. He uses a vocoder, which I tend to hate now that a lot of hip-hop artists use it. But it's so good. It's a solid synth pop album, and if I would be doing obscure classics like Fred does, this would be an obscure classic without a doubt. It's obscure, and it's something that should be a classic. So it's the last record I have. I won't be going to Record Store Day next week. Why I got a lot of records now, but a friend of mine who works at a record store, he's gonna keep one record apart from me. I'm gonna get a couple in of that particular album, and I'm gonna show you next week what it is. But I'm psyched because it's a I believe Belgium Dutch only record store only release. It's not out. It's not going to be released in America. It's not going to be released in the UK. I don't know about Scandinavia. I don't know about Germany or France. I haven't checked out. But I believe this is only the Dutch-speaking area that gets this. Maybe it has to do with a festival that's being held the day before Record Store Day, which is curated by a band that is the owner of the particular label, and I'm just gonna say it. Sun is curating a festival, and maybe in cooperation with Record Store Day, they decided to release this in Holland only, and I hope to get that next week. So I'm gonna show you that. He's gonna keep one apart for me, a friend of mine, but you know, we'll see. I hope to get it. It's a different colored vinyl, and it's gonna be awesome. So in the meantime, I'll be doing more genre videos. I'll be doing starting finally with my favorite records of the 90s and a lot more. So check it out. You know, if you comment, please do so. I love comments, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do so. So peace. Bye bye.